What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Xenny and I'm back with another video, man. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. I will appreciate it. Today we got Leonardo DiCaprio is over after disturbing Diddy situation. So without further ado, let's get straight to this video, man. Gang!
Diddy party while wearing a face cap. If you've been following the story, it's not surprising that someone like Leo is at this party. Heck, we've made jokes for years about the Titanic star only dating really young women. But there's something different about Leonardo DiCaprio implicated in this disgusting case compared to other celebs. Why does Diddy think he's the most important celeb to be at his parties?
Who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'll break it down for you, but we need to go back to that first video and dissect it again. New footage of DiCaprio goes viral. It all began with a video that resurfaced at the worst possible moment. The timing couldn't have been worse, as both Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Diddy Combs were caught in the eye of the storm when it came to media attention. A leaked video from Diddy's 50th birthday party began circulating online. This wasn't just any party, it was the party of the year, attended by A-listers and elite celebrities who made up the backbone of Hollywood. The video, however, did not capture the classy scene that the world expected from such an event. Instead, it captured something strange. As the music thumped, Leonardo DiCaprio was seen awkwardly dancing with a small crowd in the background. Apparently, you could tell he was disconnected from the rhythm. The footage was especially troubling for fans who had idolized the actor for years. It wasn't a casual, carefree celebrity dance moment, there was more to it. In the video, DiCaprio can be seen grooving to Bobby Brown's Every Little Step with what many described as dad-like moves, hunched over and waving his arms, while his much younger girlfriend, Camilla Morrone, looked on. Now, it wasn't just his awkward movements, but the vibe of the party itself. There was an air of forced enthusiasm, which people picked up on instantly. Fans took to social media, sharing comments that ranged from amused to shocked, with some even expressing that they felt embarrassed. At first glance, one might think it was just another moment caught on camera that should have stayed private. However, as more people watched and reshared the footage, there was a growing sense that this was bigger than just a viral video. The whispers began. Why did DiCaprio seem so uneasy? What was really happening at Diddy's party? DiCaprio's name had already been entangled in Diddy's controversies. Earlier in the decade, Diddy had publicly named DiCaprio as his favorite party guest. In a 2017 interview, when asked about the guest he'd want most at his famous white parties, Diddy didn't hesitate. "Leonardo DiCaprio," he said, with enthusiasm that painted DiCaprio as a central figure in his extravagant celebrations. This statement, innocent as it may have seemed at the time, took on a different tone in 2024. Fans and media alike began to recontextualize DiCaprio's involvement in Diddy's notorious parties, especially in light of rumors about Diddy's freak-off parties. These were no ordinary gatherings. People gossiped about them in entertainment circles, describing them as wild and excessive events, often marked by troubling activities. The rumors connected Diddy's legendary white parties to these freak-offs, suggesting that behind the wealth and luxury was something much darker. The resurfaced footage of DiCaprio at Diddy's 50th party only added fuel to the fire. Twitter exploded with comments questioning the actor's involvement. One user wrote, "Birds of the same feather flock together," while another noted, "It's disgusting now that we know what happens in his parties." The viral reaction reflected how deeply the public's perception of DiCaprio was being influenced by his association with Diddy. But the real turning point came when older allegations against Diddy began to resurface, specifically the rumors of parties at his white parties. These rumors were never confirmed but always lingered in the background. Now, with the viral video, these allegations were taking center stage once again, dragging DiCaprio along with them. Diddy's white parties were legendary in the 90s and early 2000s, known for their exclusive guest lists and lavish settings. DiCaprio was a regular at these events, mingling with celebrities like LeBron James, Jay-Z, and Jennifer Lopez. Now, he wasn't just another face in the crowd. He was one of Diddy's go-to guests, someone who was seen as part of the inner circle. The public's attention was drawn to the fact that DiCaprio had been involved in these parties for decades, raising questions about what he might have seen or participated in. More than that, Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, which were rumored to include explicit acts and questionable behavior, were reportedly connected to the high-profile white parties. Speculation grew as people began to question just how deep DiCaprio's involvement with these events went. While there was no direct evidence linking him to the more scandalous aspects of Diddy's parties, the whispers were enough to cast a shadow over his reputation. As the footage continued to spread online, more people started to weigh in. "Leo is done for, considering he only dates 18-year-olds," one user user tweeted, "You know he was on some weird shit at Diddy's parties." The video of DiCaprio dancing awkwardly at Diddy's party became more than just a meme. It became a symbol of his possible involvement in the darker side of Hollywood's elite social scene. DiCaprio remained silent in the days following the video's viral spread. It was clear, though, that his name was being drawn into a web of allegations and controversy that had previously stayed in the shadows. His attendance at Diddy's parties had never raised much concern before, but now, in the wake of the video, everything was being re-examined. One thing was certain: the footage of Leonardo DiCaprio at Diddy's birthday party had reignited public interest in the rumored activities that took place at these events. The video had opened the floodgates, and people were now questioning the actor's involvement in Diddy's parties going back decades. What had once been seen as an innocent party circuit was now being scrutinized under a harsh new light. It's unfortunate that DiCaprio, once celebrated for his acting talent and environmental efforts, has become entangled in a much darker narrative. However, the real gist lies in what we're about to reveal next: legal indictments against Diddy. In November 2023, Sean Diddy Combs was indicted on multiple charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering, following several civil lawsuits against him. This indictment wasn't just a shock to the public. It sent ripples through the celebrity world, implicating many who had been connected to Diddy in one way or another. The accusations stemmed from years of alleged criminal activities, and now the music mogul was facing what could be his downfall. But how did it come to this? The indictment came as part of a 14-page legal document that outlined in disturbing detail how Diddy had orchestrated what many now refer to as freak-offs. This weird term was used to describe his infamous parties, where women were allegedly coerced into participating in illegal sexual activities. According to sources, Diddy's inner circle was deeply involved in these events, and the charges against him suggested that his operation had been meticulously planned, involving multiple layers of criminal activity. The 14-page indictment wasn't the only legal document that painted a dark picture of Diddy's past. In fact, it was part of a much larger collection of court records that had been slowly accumulating over the years. A 73-page court document from an older case, which had mostly gone under the radar, revealed chilling details about Diddy's association with organized crime and drug trafficking. According to these records, Diddy had deep ties to several drug lords and had been involved in the distribution of drugs, including cocaine and ketamine, at his parties. These revelations not only threatened to destroy Diddy's public image, but also raised questions about the nature of his famous parties. For years,
Hey Africa, did you know that you can earn money from YouTube without being a YouTuber? Even in Africa, because we are neglected and thrown to the side.
For years, these gatherings had been celebrated as the height of luxury and exclusivity in Hollywood. But now, it seemed that there had been something much darker lurking beneath the surface. The indictment suggested that the freak-offs weren't just isolated incidents, but rather part of a larger pattern of behavior, orchestrated by Diddy himself. As the legal proceedings began...
Hey man, if you guys new to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the video. I will appreciate it. And I'm going to see you guys on the next video, man. Peace.